Hello, this is Vulturefire, and it's time for part 3 of this run. So, we are starting here, and shooting our way up, and hoping everything goes fine. What's the worst that could happen? So this is S6, so there are 3 idols active in this area. S6 meaning it's the shrine with 6 idols invoked. We're going to go right. We only have 1 rest. I don't want to take a bunch of extra fights. Because there's just no reason to take unnecessary risks. I mean, we can dispel here, but it doesn't do a ton for us. I guess dispelling is never going to do a ton for us in this fight. I could draw a bunch of cards, but it doesn't do a ton for me. So I think we're just going to end turn. Okay. Top card of the deck is Charred Hobble, which I don't super want to copy. But I can Starlight here. Thinking. So that's going to mean that we are going to take slightly more damage, but it also added weak and generally made their days worse, so that's value. Drawing more cards will trip Opportunist, which isn't actually the end of the world. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Okay, tripping it once. Naturally, now you are setting up Opportunist. Does anybody need shield out of this? I think I do. Alright, well, I guess we aren't going to be able to copy this anyway. Nice. Can't play that. Actually we can. Yeah. Oh, totally worth it. Could even do that, which doesn't seem super worth it. So we don't really take any damage here. And we have the ability to set up tough. Should have Spyglass in that. And Opportunist is currently set up. Really would like to play this. But it doesn't kill. But we're not taking damage. Yeah, that seems okay. Alright. Let's get a Lunar Whispers out. Get a Starfall. Put that back on top so we can copy the Starfall. So that we can boost the Starfall. Copy the whatever. Alright. This fight's pretty clean. And we just have it because we can just Sunbolt. Okay, nice and easy. Sanctuary is great going into Maul. And it's just a good card to have. That's not great, that's not good, that's bad. Right? I mean, this would be okay with... I don't think even with that we can afford to gamble, unfortunately. Get that free upgrade. I don't think we need Sanctuary Plus. Cleansing Shield Plus is certainly not bad. I like Ada Spell Plus. I like being able to get Focus Plus, especially because that's the thing we're going to copy a decent amount of the time. So right now, doing this only gets us 4 mana and the Astral cards, which is not super great. Should have considered copying that, but whatever. Just get rid of it. Only gonna play one of those, but that's fine. So Idle of Endurance is up, but Idle of Endurance tends to be very easy to manage. Yeah, see, like, Idle of Endurance is just like, you can take this turn off. It's fine. I got you. Stealing our mana. It's fine. Yeah, I think it's difficult to overstate just how easy this specific fight is. For any deck that's even remotely ready for it. Do that. We already have a Focus Plus, so I think we're just going to draw cards. So I can get a good amount of mana out here. This is definitely getting played. Just thinking through what else I want to get. Star pulling that doesn't seem super useful. It's not terrible, but it's not super useful. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. And get that weak out. Still get frozen, but not a big concern. Yeah, we can just toss those out. Can draw more cards if that seems okay. We do kind of need to do that. Getting pretty close to getting damage off here. Yeah, it's a decent amount of powerful, but we just don't have to care. Which is nice. Not having to care is nice. If we do that, I just want to Starfall twice. No, we're just gonna do this. You can do that twice. Alright, forget about Mark always. There we go. And yeah, Purging Waters is very good. Going into Maw, it gives us a spell that will let us cleanse. I don't think Mechanized Shield Sword is that good, and I don't think Mage's Ring is better than the Elementalist's Goggles, just because of what Elementalist Goggles does for us with, Elementalist Glasses does for us in terms of, like, letting us get off all those arcane detonations with the Arcane Link. Especially into Cruelty. No, you cannot have our Cleansing Jar. Evasion buff is okay. I think it's worth taking this fight. I wouldn't hate having, like, Rampant Blaze. Incinerate's okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. But Turn to Gunk, I think, is really what we're here for. Because Turn to Gunk, being able to Turn to Gunk makes it a lot easier for us to deal with trash cards. And Maw, of course, is all going to be giving us a non-stop cavalcade of things to get rid of. I think I actually kind of like trashing that. So we won't draw that again. So if we do this, the weak will get blocked, which is not necessarily what I want. But the sequencing here is a little awkward. I don't really want to copy that. I guess this is fine. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to do that. Then we're going to strip off the Purity. Then that's going to give us mana. We're going to Starfall and Starlight Reflection. I think it makes sense for us to just Starfall the New Moon. So we just have extra mana next turn. Although I'm realizing now that we do not have anywhere near enough survivability. I guess we're only taking... I guess we do have this 2 evasion, which is nice. I think it does make some amount of sense to do this, though. And then I could get this extra shield, but with the amount of evasion we have... Ooh, although I didn't think about the fact that we are taking extra burn damage here. So that could have been a mistake. So maybe should have considered playing that treasure out. I assume it's going to be fine. We could take some damage here from the Scorching Wind. Alright, no, we're good. And Emptiness can't actually do damage. And we can just lead with that. Alright, we can draw it into Conflagrate. Which I think makes sense. And then we will draw the Flood of Insight, which we can play. Bonk. Get stuff out of this. Here's the plan. You're going to Spyglass the Flood of Insight. You're going to Duplicitome the Flood of Insight and the Ancient Arms. We're going to draw so many cards. Kind of hoping to see mana there. I guess this is now. Keep drawing without increasing the fatigue counter. Our plan here is basically to try and Sorceress for the win. Ooh, sunbolting here, I think makes a lot of sense. Because we have, that's a big sunbolt. Get out of that. All right. That's pretty okay. There we go. Feels like, what, a turn 2 kill? It's only possible because of the treasures, but still, that was very good. Yeah, we'll take the turn to gunk. Gives us another way to get tough, and getting tough is very important, especially with our 45% effective tough. Or, no, it's more than that. It's actually 55% effective because of idle bonuses. Okay. I think I'm finally just burning that. Not super useful right now. Gonna play that just for the wits. I think we're just gonna get some sturdy going. Try and think if we can hit 0. Not in a great way. Should have put weak on that, I guess. Alright. So we got rid of some of the white flame, which is, I think, good for us overall. Alright. And we cleansed out, we didn't have any burn, which is just what we want to see. Alright. I think we do that. So we can play this Bright Flamestone in order to get it out of the deck. Although seeing this makes me not want to do that. We have Starlight Reflection. We're going to reflect the adaptative spell. Kind of tempted to just bring the turn to gunk back. Actually, no. I want to bring Ada's spell back. Because we're going to be able to just play it here. Although, I'm trying to think, this sequencing here could be a little tricky. We need a lot of mana here. We haven't been dispelled yet, so that's worth noting. I think it is still worth doing this, just because that is just such incredible value. And then duplicating that just makes sense, I think. Deciding if copying things, it makes sense. Or I'm just saying what copying makes sense. We just do that. Alright. It's actually going to take us up to exactly the draw limit. I don't hate doing that. I'd like to have purity, but I don't think that's going to happen. So that would be good. I think we're just going to do that. How are we getting mana back? Kind of like this. Turns out drawing like 12 cards without fatigue is pretty good. Keep doing this. We're going to just Starfall Sanctuary, I think. Plan here is that we are going to do Mana Spores. Yeah, we're just going to Ritual Might a bunch, so we just... Get maximum value. I wasn't really thinking. I should have actually swapped stances there and gotten out the Fire Mastery card. Overall, I would say that went reasonably well. We're actually relatively low on sturdy, but right, there's the dispel. So yeah, we're gonna lose a lot of the buffs we set up, but we get to keep enough tough and enough growth to still be in a decent shape. To still be in decent shape. I think we are going to get rid of that. Get rid of one of those. Should have probably planned around to get playing that out, but I could get that evasion, but that seems worse than just doing that. I think taking away the white flame is pretty okay for us. Honestly, not very worried about this fight at this point. I just can't imagine any way for this fight to turn in a way that kills us, which might be a bit naive to say, but I'll get rid of that. Oh, well, I guess it makes it... I know why I didn't do that. What will we draw? So we're going to draw that. We're going to copy that. Let's go Starfall copies. I do actually want to copy that. That wasn't an accident. Because this is then 0 cost to play. Okay, so I definitely then can afford to hit that. I'm just kind of trying to figure out. That's temporary, which means that we're okay to do it now. So I do want to copy this. Nice. I didn't even think about... whatever. Do that for the extra value. Yeah, this fight is over. Yeah, especially going into Sun Stand. Gets unbolted. Okay. This is usually great, although it's risky going into Maw. But it's so much mana. This is so good. Runic Blast is okay, but I think Corrupted Font is the one I'm going to go with. I'll just hope that it doesn't mess me up. I don't think we need that. We're not going into Cruelty. Like, it might be useful to... Although, actually, having this Elemental Glasses is very good. Because this is just... means that, like, 5 is our base. Let me do some quick math here. 15 x 1.3 is 19. So it would be only 20 arcane max and starts at 5, which is great. I'm going to risk getting rid of this cleansing jar. But because we got rid of the cleansing jar, I think we do have to upgrade one of our cleanse cards, especially since we picked up the corrupted font. So I'm going to upgrade the cleansing shield. Like, what do you cut when the whole deck just works? Like, Necro Transmute is a little borderline right now, but there's going to be so many trash cards, and we want to get rid of all of them in the Maw fight. No, I'm just going to keep going. It's fine. All the cards are good. They're all good. They're good cards, Bront. Yeah, we're going to go here. And we're going to force a clear focus. And that's going to make life easier on us. Do that. Draw up to full. Get a bunch of sturdy. So we can do this to get a couple of moon cards, which I think is fine. Because I don't hate just like doing that. Yeah, this is just going to be another ritual of mine. Yeah, we just get a billion mana. Sure, why not? Why not just keep playing cards? You know, what's the worst that can happen? There's no worst that can happen. Everything's great. And this isn't even an idle fight. It's just a complete pushover. Yeah, the Flood of Insight nonsense abuse is like, there's a reason that Flood of Insight, like when they tried to block the Flood of Insight abuse. And if you aren't sure what I'm talking about there, the way that one day tried to block the Flood of Insight abuse is that it gets more expensive every time you play it for the turn. And upgrades the cost of all flood cards. The reason it says flood cards, they're just this card's cost by 4, is so that, like, if I were to just duplicate it, the copy would cost 10 mana after I played the first one. But Spyglass makes a free copy. And free trumps all cost increases. And that's a problem. I'm gonna copy that. That out. Fight. God, I didn't even think about that. Fight. I always forget about just how many cards we get for free off of Mark. So we can get the extra heal off just because we can, and boom. Clear focus. Normally good, but not right now. This is probably better than that, although the AoE from what, like, that ups us to a 35% crit chance, which I don't hate. We don't have any evade chance right now. So I do think the AoE is worth having for the next couple of fights. But I don't think this does enough for us to move the needle. You're not taking CPU fight. Okay, it didn't show up. Upgrade. Absolutely. Upgrade the clear focus. We just want to get those cleanses out. Because we are not a fast deck into Maw, and we want to be able to afford to play out the trash cards without having a bad day. Okay, we need to change stances. Alright, so we can actually do that, I guess. Which is not super amazing, but we'll take it. And just get that out of the dropout, out of the deck, because we are probably not going to need it. Unfortunately, we are setting up, the Jerks are setting up a bunch of extra opportunists, so we're just going to have to deal with that for the rest of their fight. But I'll just top card the deck. Okay. Kind of was hoping to see this closer to the top, but that's fine. Where's our first transformation card? It's also ways down. Kind of feel like I'm in the unusual position of virtual minding with that. And then just basically deciding, is it worth actually doing that damage? If it isn't, I shouldn't have grabbed this. Yeah, I think it's worth getting that little bit of extra damage out. I don't think we're taking that much hurt here. So. Okay, so there's the good card. So if we draw a spell, we shuffle. Which I don't think I want to do here. I think this is going to happen. I'd really like for this to be doing more than 41 damage, but... I think we do need to get at least one shield out here, though. I mean, this will let us get out just a little more damage. Bring us that much closer to finishing this off. Permanent opportunist continues to be permanent. Okay, finally drew into that, which means it's finally time to do this, because Opportunist cannot help you against this level of nonsense. Sure, that. Cleanse off some stuff. Take away all of your buffs. It's actually going to be devastating. And there we go. One down, one to go. I don't think we can crank that up high enough, but I wouldn't hate having access to more astral spells. And obviously, like, this area has been super clean, especially compared to like the last area, which I'm happy about. Starfalling makes a lot of sense right now. Thinking, because we're gonna do this, which is why I wanted to Starfall. So I get this out. Just gonna copy that. I'm just gonna get cards created so that I can get mana. Snap. That is gonna cause stake damage, but when I do that, we're gonna draw that back. And I think we're just gonna do this. I think we want to move straight into Moon's Dance for next turn. I'm taking slight damage here, but not a big deal. That's really rude. Oh, I should have done that first. All right. More white flame. And we can just mark the white flame. So we don't want to draw more cards this turn. Taking out the white flame is nice. I think this is just going to have to be a ritual of mine. We have access to 10 mana right now, so I can do that. And yeah, we just take you off the board. So that's the relatively heavy hitter down. I think this is actually an easier grouping than Triple Hunter, because Triple Hunter, with 3 Hunters, the damage scales up pretty quick, but with just the one, it's, I think, a lot easier to manage. What are we duplicating? I don't think it's that. Just Incan Ritual. Let's go. Let's get that out of the draw pile. Okay, so I had to make space again, so I can lure armor. I want to lure armor a bunch. I'm gonna ritual bind a bunch. Because actually, like, winning the fight is not my main concern. Flipping opportunities is honestly not a major concern at this point. It's hard to imagine that opportunist doing anything to us. Oh no. Let's go draw. Because we have so much mana banked here. Yep, that's fine. And we actually managed to get rid of the opportunist, which is nice. Make this go away. Pop. And now that is so close to being lethal. And now it is. Alright. Could take the calculated deception. I don't hate that. I think the mana ritual is probably a little better. But the calculated deception will let us transform trash cards, which is actually very good. We can't afford to take any more amulets, I think. And I think this is better than that. May as well use our rerolls though. Ooh. This might be worth more than that. We do get frail and we can vulnerable out. We did get that, so that'll keep our arcane loop will still be good. I think that's worth it. And we're just gonna no fear go and save our rest. Now we just have to get through all of that. Let's absolutely need this sturdy. And then this will just blow up all of the purity, which is worth it. So one downside is we do have two of the idols that can give us fatigue. As you can see here, that's one of them going off. And that can be a problem because, like, specifically we want to... ideally, our goal is that we are going to that one thing on the turn with stuff. Take damage here. It's okay. Obviously, not the hugest fan of how much powerful it got turn one, but we can start working through that. All right, we can transform this. Although keeping these around can be okay because it lets us get rid of the trash. That's super worth it. Gotta get this purity. Let me just get rid of it. I don't really want to draw that Sorcerer's Secretion. I would really like to play it next turn. I would really like to start scaling it this turn. Alright, now we get Dispelled a bunch, which is really annoying. Because it shreds our mana. Okay. Step one, we need that. Step two. That. Playing those out forces a reshuffle, which I don't want to do right now. Yeah, we just have to Ritual of Mind here. It's gonna take us a little bit to get set up in this fight. Okay, that's actually okay, because then we can use that to get rid of a few Shadow Rays. Goodbye, goodbye. Okay, if we get to whatever card's out here, what would they be? We can go ahead and do this. So it's this time. It's a good time to copy those. Can I get rid of the other one of these? Very happy to see that. Let's go bonk. Trying to figure out how I get to 0 mana. I guess with this. Oh, I should get this into the hand so I can start counting up. Like Incan Ritual, but I don't have a good way to get to it right now. Okay, doing that just to set myself on fire and get to 0 mana. Send the Ritual Mind. Let's go that and that. If we can draw one more card, which we can, then we can Starfall for our ludicrous amount of damage. Pop. Man, how long has it been since we actually played Celestial Conjunction? It's been a while, huh? Never playing that, obviously. That's 100, but 100 isn't even that much, for being honest. Go through Sunstance. Absolutely, there was an argument for just being in Sunstance at the start of next turn, but it's fine. Yeah, there's the other fatigue. So we started this turn fatigued, which is, you know, not our favorite, but we can deal with it. Right. So I think I've got a plan. Kind of looks vaguely like this. So now we can do that next turn. Just go and do that. Let's get it out of the draw pile. Got a lot of purity to go through. That is the one thing with like Endurance, White Flame, is that you end up with a lot of purity. Especially because Maw itself is going to set up purity on this next turn. But we draw a bunch of cards. Can we draw enough cards to justify it, though, is the question. I don't know if the answer is yes, even. Especially not when we're looking at like this sack of filth. I just do that to get rid of it. Yeah. So all that purity. The good news is we're not really in danger yet. Especially with that happening. We just also aren't in an amazing position. What spell would we of course draw Shadow Right, naturally. But after we draw 2 cards, the spell we would draw is a Dispel. So there's no burnout, so there's no reason to do that one. Pretty good. Realizing that I have, as usual, sequenced things poorly. What's the next spell we draw? Deceiving Blast. Okay. I have all this white flame that I'm totally, I think, fine causing to happen. Another Sunbolt doesn't seem terrible. But I'm just getting this to pitch it. So I would like to have that. We just can't use it quite yet. Alright. But yeah, we have successfully brought in enough cleanse that we're on top of that. I really would like to be at more than 6 growth. We just somehow haven't managed to get our incandescent rituals off yet. Somehow being because the deck is fat and we keep shuffling. Alright, we can change stances. That's happening. We're still ritual binding with that. We've successfully gotten through the purity, so when we want to, we can absolute 0. This is not the turn that we want absolute 0. I think ideally we want to, although I do need to be careful about lining it up, because words. All right, that seems fine. Because like we are only going to get so many turns where freeze is actually possible, because of the purity coming out from multiple things. Yeah, like see, purity's out again. But like that turn was, I think, the absolute least value turn to convert, which is why I wanted to not do it then. Thank you. I will take the growth. Okay. Yeah, there's purity out again. And that is not enough to strip all the purity out. Get that out of the draw pile. Skip. Should have done whatever so that it's fine. I really want that growth, but I should have played these out first, use up the purity. I guess that's fine. Okay. No! I was really hoping we wouldn't. That was the other thing I didn't want to have happen. We are finally going to get to Celestial Conjunction. I think it is worth keeping that. You're going to be in Sun Stance even. I think this is the thing I most want to loop. And then if we draw one, we draw a lot of insight, which we can't play. So, oh man, that's beautiful. So there is an S6 win, and it's even recorded, which is what I call value. Donk. That was with one restart, and it was a random normal fight in A2. So yeah, there is Nayema successfully clobbering a D3 run, which I'm pretty happy with. Or not D3, an S6 run. Woo! Anyway, get all that sweet, sweet loot for defeating all of those idols. We had an Aetherflux Converter, which is why we only got 281 ether, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's it for this video. I will see you next time. Until then, toodles.